Alright, so I've come across this one that this unit that I'm doing some repairs on, just on the ductwork side of things. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you how the Daikin service tool works. So what I'm going to do is, or what I do whenever I want to do some in-depth service work or diagnostic work, I just open up the panel, and on the outdoor PC board I look for the little port that the service tool plugs into. So in my car I have one of these, and I've also just got this random piece of cardboard with the number of the plug that I've found that this works on. So some units it's X41A, sometimes it's X27A, and on the little multis I found that it's S2. So on this one, X27A, there we go. So I'm going to plug this into that. First, I'm going to get rid of these cobwebs. This definitely needs to be sealed. That's not good. I'll have to sort that out as well. I'm just on this job. They've basically got an issue with poor airflow, but it's not the actual unit, it's just the duct side of things. But anyway, got time, so I'll show you this. Alright, so X27A. It's easier with two hands. There we go. So that's just started flashing. Now, this is a 240 volt board, and this is 240 volts. If you come across a unit that is like a small split system, it'll be like a little 12 volt board. So there's another plug that you plug in, which basically gives this communication, but it doesn't power it up. And in that case, you need a little power bank, like a little battery bank that charges your phone, to plug into this, and so it'll power it up. But yeah, on these bigger units you don't need that. So basically that's what it looks like. So I'm going to pull out my phone and turn the app on. Actually, first you go settings. Where's that? Bluetooth Service Tool. Alright, so it's asking for a pin. You only need to do this the first time because, and then it just remembers it, but I'm using my old phone, so 3131. So that's connected. Let's go into this, press record. Actually, yep. Add new, customer name, Yowie Bay. That'll do for now. Alright, so this app is by no means seamless. So I've worked on this thing before. That's why my sticker's on it. That's what I mean. It's like not the greatest app. I think they could do a much better job. But anyway. Alright, so basically, yeah, it's got 3 indoor units. Then the model number is RXYMQ. So RXYMQ 9 AY1. RXYMQ 9 AY1, that's the one. Done. So this is what it looks like. At the moment it's on fan only, which is right because I was just trying to work out the airflow issue that I was telling you about. So basically it tells you what the outdoor temp is, 23 degrees. The discharge temp, 28 degrees. Low pressure is, okay. So I need to, because I've already set this up on my phone that I'm recording off, but basically I've changed the measurements. So it normally gives me proper pressures in kPa. But anyway, I'm just using my old phone just to give you a bit of a demo. But this is the sort of stuff you can see. So at the moment, you got 3 indoor units. 2 of them are on heating. The one that I'm working on is on fan only. Because it's 23 degrees out here, you don't really need it on cooling or heating. And I was just trying to work out fix this airflow issue. But yeah, it's got all the stuff. If it's got an error code, set point, room air temp. So the good thing about this is, you can tell what all the sensors are reading. So if there's a faulty sensor, you can actually find it. If the expansion valve, you can see if it's opening. Obviously the unit's off at the moment, but just gives you all the information. If the 4-way valve is on, the crankcase heater is on, the fan, the inverter frequency, so you can tell if it's actually ramping up. These are all the sensors, so it gives you high and low pressure, then the high pressure temperature, low pressure temperature, suction temperature, liquid temperature, accumulator inlet temperature, discharge temp, de-icer temp, outdoor air temp. So as you can see, if you're doing service work on Daikin, it's probably a good idea to get one of these, because you can just stand outside on like working, and you don't have to keep going inside using the controllers inside to find out all the information. So, and if you've got an error code, it'll come up. And you can also, if it's doing weird things, you can record it and then send it to Daikin Tech Support. But yeah, that's basically why I think it's a good idea to get one of these. Basically, one thing you can't do, which would be cool, is if you could use this to actually turn the indoor units on. You can't do that. You still need to go inside and do that, but at least you can find out what they're doing and what status they're at. So basically, I think if you're going to be working on a Daikin unit like this, if you want to be a decent tech, I believe, it's my opinion, that you need your hand tools, your multimeter. I bring my gauges, but you don't really need it if you got this. But the two things that you definitely need is a mega. I've already made a video on why you need a mega if you're, trying to see if the compressor's down to earth or not using a multimeter. It's just not accurate. But yeah, you need a mega to, test different sensors and stuff. Like, you just dead set need a mega. And you also need a inverter checker. So hand tools, multimeter, inverter checker, mega, gauges. I go anywhere with them and I can work out what's happening. So, and this makes it handy. So that's my advice, and I'm not the perfect tech by any means. I'm just learning myself, but I used to, when I used to work on R22 units a lot, just take my gauges, my multimeter and my hand tools. But these days, working on inverter, you need this, or you don't need it, but it helps. Mega and inverter checker. So that's the app. And basically, let's go, done. So I just told the customer I'm going to come back and seal that outdoor unit, so no bugs and whatever can get in there, spiders, and I'll give it a maintenance when I come back, but just don't have time today. Just here for a service call. But I'll just quickly show you this. So I'm pretty sure this is just like 12 volt. It's just low voltage, so you just plug it straight into the boards, and I pretty much use this every single time. However, some boards are like high voltage. They've got 240 volts, and when they do, you need to use this. Basically, that plugs into the board. Plug it into the board, and that isolates the power, but still sends the data through, and you plug that part into that. So the signal still goes through and gives the information, but this isolates the high voltage power, and then I just use this little battery bank, plug it into there, and that powers that up. So I've only ever had to use that once, to be honest. I think just the little splitties, you need to use that, but in this case, in most cases, you don't need that. So mega, multimeters, inverter checker, basically it all just lives in here. Honestly, once you have the stuff, it's so easy to do service. It's only hard when you don't have all the gear. So that's it. Done.